Haiti, a country grappling with decades of political instability, poverty, and natural disasters, has recently been thrown into further chaos by the rise of violent gangs. Among the most notorious figures in this criminal underworld is a gang leader who has risen to the top of the FBI's most wanted list. But how did this Haitian criminal become the FBI's biggest target? This story delves into the rise of Jimmy Barbecue Chorizier, the leader of the G9 family, and his powerful grip over Haiti, his ties to political factions, and how his actions have made him a priority for US law enforcement. The rise of Jimmy Barbecue Chorizier. Jimmy Chorizier wasn't always a criminal mastermind. Before becoming Haiti's most feared gang leader, Chorizier worked as a police officer in Port-au-Prince, tasked with maintaining law and order. Ironically, the man who now spreads terror was once responsible for upholding justice in the country's law enforcement system. However, allegations of police brutality and extrajudicial killings marked Chorizier's time in the force, eventually leading to his departure under controversial circumstances. The transition from a policeman to a gang leader is shrouded in mystery, but it's widely believed that Chorizier leveraged his knowledge of law enforcement to organize his rise to power. Once he joined the gang scene, his brutality and tactical skills set him apart, earning him the nickname Barbecue, rumored to have originated from his preference for setting fires during his attacks. The formation of the G9 family. Chorizier's reputation in the criminal underworld grew rapidly. In 2020, he formed the G9 family, G9 infamy, a coalition of 9 gangs in Haiti. This coalition allowed Chorizier to consolidate power, expanding his control over large parts of Port-au-Prince and neighboring areas. The G9 family became notorious for kidnappings, murders, drug trafficking, and extortion. Under Chorizier's leadership, these gangs thrived, transforming into an almost paramilitary force capable of challenging both the Haitian government and rival factions. The G9 family quickly took over critical territories in Port-au-Prince, including poor neighborhoods and key infrastructure points, such as ports and highways. These strategic locations allowed the gang to disrupt food and fuel supplies in the country, causing further chaos. Chorizier's dominance over these areas gave him considerable influence in the country's political landscape. Political ties and manipulation. What makes Chorizier particularly dangerous is his ability to manipulate Haiti's fragile political system. He is not just a gang leader. He is a politically astute figure who has exploited the void left by Haiti's weak government. Following the assassination of Haitian President Jovenel Moïse in July 2021, the country's political system was thrown into turmoil, and Chorizier seized the opportunity to further his control. There are claims that Chorizier has acted as a puppet for political elites, using violence to protect their interests while receiving protection and funding in return. The complexity of these alliances allows him to maintain his gang's dominance, even in the face of international condemnation. Chorizier has also painted himself as a populist leader, claiming that his G9 family is fighting for the rights of the impoverished and disenfranchised in Haiti. He has organized protests and rallies demanding justice for the poor while framing himself as a revolutionary figure fighting against systemic corruption. Despite his violent methods, some view him as a Robin Hood-like figure who has taken matters into his own hands to challenge Haiti's elite. Kidnapping surge and the FBI's involvement. Chorizier's most lucrative and notorious criminal activity has been his role in the surge of kidnappings that have terrorized Haiti in recent years. Gang-related kidnappings for ransom have become a common tactic to finance their operations, with victims ranging from wealthy business people to children from impoverished families. One of the most shocking incidents occurred in October 2021, when 17 Christian missionaries, including 5 children, were kidnapped by the 400 Notorious gang, a rival group linked to Chorizier's network. The event drew international attention and underscored the growing power of gangs in Haiti. The involvement of American citizens in kidnappings prompted the FBI to ramp up its efforts in pursuing gang leaders like Chorizier. The US government, which has vested interests in stabilizing Haiti due to its proximity and historical ties, began taking more aggressive steps to target these criminal networks. Chorizier, already a notorious figure, became one of the primary targets in the FBI's crosshairs. The US response and sanctions. In 2021, the US Treasury Department placed sanctions on Charlizier, freezing any of his assets under US jurisdiction and cutting him off from the international financial system. The sanctions described Charlizier as responsible for orchestrating brutal massacres, including the La Saline massacre in 2018, where 71 people were killed, women were raped, and homes were burned down. Despite these sanctions, Charlizier has remained defiant. He continues to lead the G9 family, demonstrating a level of resilience that has frustrated both the Haitian government and international authorities. The economic stranglehold imposed by Charlizier on Port-au-Prince, combined with his gang's control over vital supply routes, has made it incredibly difficult for the Haitian authorities to counter his influence. Charlizier's reign of terror. Under Charlizier's leadership, the G9 family has become synonymous with terror in Haiti. Reports from human rights organizations detail the group's involvement in some of the most heinous crimes in recent Haitian history. Massacres, extortion, and widespread sexual violence have been linked to his gang's operations. Yet, despite these atrocities, Charlizier's grip on power only seems to strengthen. The G9 family's reach extends beyond its criminal activities. Charlizier has mastered the art of propaganda, using social media platforms to broadcast his messages and appeal to disenfranchised Haitians. His public statements frequently condemn the political elite and foreign interference in Haiti's affairs, garnering support from those who feel abandoned by the government. However, his revolutionary rhetoric does not align with the brutal reality of his rule. While Charlizier claims to be a voice for the poor, his gang's activities have only worsened the suffering of ordinary Haitians. The G9 family's blockade of fuel supplies in 2021, for instance, caused hospitals to close, schools to shut down, and food shortages to become even more severe. The FBI's strategy in Haiti's future. As Charlizier remains a major target for the FBI, the question arises: how can a gang leader be captured in a country as unstable as Haiti? The US has ramped up intelligence gathering efforts and has provided support to Haitian authorities. But the political and security landscape in Haiti complicates matters. The country lacks a fully functional government, and its police force is often outgunned and outmaneuvered by gangs. While sanctions have placed financial pressure on Charlizier, his survival and continued power demonstrate the limitations of external interventions. The US and the international community face a difficult challenge. Capturing or eliminating Charlizier could potentially create a power vacuum that leads to further violence. While allowing him to remain in power perpetuates a cycle of violence. Conclusion: Jimmy Barbecue Charlizier has transformed from a police officer into Haiti's most dangerous criminal, with his gang, the G9 family, at the center of the country's crisis. His reign of terror, marked by kidnappings, massacres, and political manipulation, has made him one of the FBI's most wanted targets. While international efforts to destabilize his power continue, Charlizier remains a formidable figure in Haiti's ongoing struggle for stability. As Haiti navigates its future, the question of how to handle leaders like Charlizier looms large, with no easy solutions in sight.